Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Catherine with A Perfect Place to Start, and today I have 5 Farmhouse bee DIYs to share with you. Most of my supplies today came from the Dollar Tree, and I cannot wait for you to see these super fun and easy farmhouse DIYs. So let's get started. For this project today, we're using a Dollar Tree sign that I got during Easter time, and I just removed the paper from the front, and I'm taking my sanding block and sanding off as much as I possibly can get off of that. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to take my white Waverly chalk paint and I'm going to give it 2 good coats of white paint. Next, I'm taking my ink by Waverly chalk paint and I'm going to use my chippy brush and just dry brush over this entire sign. Next, I'm taking this Honeycomb Stencil that I got at Walmart and I'm just going to position it kind of off center to the side, and I'm going to stencil it on with my ink by Waverly chalk paint. Next, I'm using one of my very favorite stencils of all time. I picked it up on Amazon. I will put a link to it down in the description box. I'm just going to do like one of these bees kind of in the center, and then I just kind of sporadically go around and have portions of the bees so it looks like they're flying into the sign. I have a couple other videos using this same stencil, and I will link those down in the description box. Once I get the bees all on this sign, then this project is complete. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Catherine with A Perfect Place to Start. I love to do seasonal decor, Dollar Tree DIYs, home decor, and thrift to treasure. So if that is something you're into, I would love it if you went down, hit the subscribe button, and became a part of my YouTube family. For this project, I'm taking one of these dollar shadow boxes that I picked up at Dollar General, and I just removed the teacher pencil out of the middle, and I'm covering this entire thing with white Waverly chalk paint. It takes me about 3 coats just to cover up all of that blue that's on the outside of the box. I also covered one side of the pencil because it kind of reminded me of a house, and then I got this scrapbook paper at Hobby Lobby and I just traced the house on the back of the scrapbook paper and cut it out. Then I'm going to use some Mod Podge and I'm going to glue it to the front where I painted, and then I'm going to take my sanding block and I'm going to sand off any of the excess paper that's on the outside of the house. After it's sanded, I take some twine, I wrap it around the house, and I tie it in a knot off to the side. Then I take one of those towering blocks from the Dollar Tree and I glue it to the back of the house, and then I glue that to the middle of the shadow box. Once I get it glued on there, I feel like it's still kind of missing something, so I take some of the buffalo check ribbon from Dollar Tree, I tie it in a shoelace bow, and I glue it to where I tied the knot, and then this project is complete. For this project, I'm taking 3 pieces of scrap wood that I had in my garage, and I'm covering them with my Maze Waverly chalk paint. I do the top and the sides, and I leave one of the bottom side unpainted because I'm just going to glue that on to the next block. This is my rendition of the 3 book set, so if you didn't have wooden blocks, you could definitely use books from the Dollar Tree. This is just like a mini version of that and could definitely fit into a 3-tiered tray. So then once I get my paint all on my blocks, I only did 1 coat of the maze paint. I take my chippy brush and some white Waverly chalk paint, and I go ahead and distress the entire block set with my white Waverly chalk paint. Once I have it to the desired look I'm going to take some stickers that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. You can also use rub-on transfers or other stickers that they have at the Dollar Tree to recreate this as well. I'm going to spell out "Let It Be." You could do any various wording that you might want here. I thought of all kinds of different ones that I thought would be cute. I guess I was just thinking of the Beatles, and so I went with "Let It Be." After I get my letters on there, I'm going to take some of this buffalo check ribbon, and I'm going to wrap it around the block set and glue on the top or the underside. And then after that, I'm going to take another little piece of the buffalo check ribbon, tie it in a shoelace bow, glue it to the front, and then this project is complete. For this project, I'm using a picture frame that I picked up at a garage sale for 50 cents. It said it came from Hobby Lobby in their unfinished wood area. If you wanted to go pick it up there, you could, or you could go to the Dollar Tree and use one of their picture frames. It would work just as well using one of those. So I cover it with 1 coat of my Maze Waverly chalk paint, and then I'm taking the end of my paintbrush, dipping it in my ink Waverly chalk paint, and just making polka dots all around the outside of the frame. Next, I took some white cardstock and the bee stencil, and I'm using my ink by Waverly chalk paint, and I'm just going to stencil the bee onto the white cardstock. I went ahead and glued the cardstock to this black, like crinkly paper that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just inserting it where the picture would go and replacing the back of the frame. I didn't paint the back of the frame for some reason, so I need to go back and complete that step. Then I took some of the buffalo check ribbon and I measured around the outside of the frame where the solid yellow parts are, and I'm going to glue a piece of the buffalo check ribbon to each one of those sides. The last part of this project is to take some buttons that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to glue them to each corner, and then this project is complete. So for this project, I'm repurposing a vase that I made earlier in the year. All I did was take a Dollar Tree vase and wrap it with some nautical rope. If you want to know how to do that, I will leave that video down in the description box. I'm going to take some more of the nautical rope from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to make it into a circle and hot glue it onto the front. This is going to be the entrance of our hive. I'm going to take some black ink by Waverly chalk paint. I'm just going to paint that entire circle to look like the entrance. Normally I like to use buttons when I make the beehives, but I could not find any bee buttons anywhere in my town. So instead I picked up these stickers from Hobby Lobby. They are pretty realistic looking bees and I really like how they end up turning out in the long run. But if you can't find any buttons, stickers are a really great replacement. And I did go ahead and use my hot glue to glue the stickers on to the front of the vase. I did use all 4 of the bees that came in the bee stickers. Next, I took some leftover flowers and some greenery from another project. It did come from the Dollar Tree. I went ahead and filled up the vase, and then this project is complete. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the projects. I absolutely love bees and anything that's bee decor related, so these were super fun for me to create. If you are a bee lover like me, I will link my other videos that I've made down in my description box and here at the end screen so that you can check them out and get some more bee inspired decor projects. As always, wherever you are in your journey is a perfect place to start, and I will see you guys in the next video.